With the touch of a button, ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft connect drivers with those looking for a ride.
I've arrived.
Andy Gonzalez, who drives for both, began with Uber shortly after the company first came to New York 7 years ago. He drove me and my producer, Laura, who's filming in the back seat.
Well, in the beginning, they pay substantially much better. Not only that, but the technology that they offered was groundbreaking.
But Gonzalez said Uber has changed how it pays drivers over the years.
They slashed the rates not only one time, but 2 times. So just to give you a comparison, the rates that we have now are less than half of what we used to have, actually less than a third.
Despite the amount of money drivers make going down, the number of drivers themselves has gone up. Since 2011, the number of for-hire vehicles licensed in New York City has more than doubled, from 50,000 to about 130,000 cars, all required to be licensed by the city's Taxi and Limousine Commission. The majority of the new cars are used for app services like Uber and Lyft. With that surge has come more congestion, making it harder to move through the city. But are there enough riders for all those additional cars? An independent transportation study in 2017 found that more than a third of taxi and app vehicles in Manhattan's Central Business District were unoccupied during daytime hours. When you were working on Uber or Lyft, do you find that you're busy all the time, or?
Not anymore. In the beginning, yes, it was busy because there was less cars. But now, if I were to do solely, let's say, Uber or Lyft, I can go 30 minutes, 40 minutes without a passenger. And when you do get somebody, you're driving, you say, 7 minutes to get them, and the ride will only be like $6. So you just spend like an hour and 20 minutes, and you make $6 minus your gas, minus anything. So you're really like operating at a loss.
Whenever you feel like driving, with Uber.
One of Uber's recruitment taglines is, "Get your side hustle on." It targets potential drivers looking for a part-time gig.
Sure, you might already have a great job, but this is a new way to earn. Because your car isn't just a car. It's a 4-wheeled money-making machine. So get your side hustle on. Sign up.
But most app drivers in New York City don't fit that part-time profile. About 60% of New York City app drivers work full-time, and 80% acquired a car in order to do the job, according to a recent study prepared for the Taxi and Limousine Commission.
It was never meant to be my side hustle, as Uber likes to call it. It was never meant to be like that in New York City.
Before the apps, 13,000 yellow taxicabs were the primary for-hire vehicles in the city. In 2012, they had, on average, 487,000 trips per day. But their ridership has declined steadily since the apps were introduced. So taxi drivers, too, began to make less money.
We are making money less and less and less. Like we have to drive sometime to like a 12-hour.
Richard Chow immigrated to the U.S. from Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. He owns one of the 13,000 taxi medallions that allows the legal operation of a yellow cab in New York City. Because their number was strictly controlled, taxi medallions were a long and expensive item for anyone wanting to enter the business. But the assumption was that you could make your money back and more, and the price of medallions kept rising.
13 years ago, I paid $400,000, 3 years earlier than my brother, but I'm very lucky.
Chow's brother Kenny, also a yellow taxi driver, took out a loan to buy his own medallion in 2010.
$700,000 he paid for the medallion. He bought from the medallion from New York City.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he told us, it's a good investment. There's a medallion price, climbing up.
So your brother thought the value of the medallion was going to
keep going up. So.
But when Uber and Lyft and their 75,000 more cars entered the market, the taxi medallions plunged in value to less than $200,000 this year.
This is my investment, also my retirement. Also, we don't have a retirement. We don't have a life insurance, health insurance, no life insurance. So we get nothing left.
After years making less income with so many more drivers to compete with, Chow's brother Kenny began to miss loan payments on his medallion and took out a lien on his home. He also had a daughter in college and a wife with stage 4 colon cancer. In May, Kenny's family reported him missing.
And then that's why he took his own life, so he committed suicide.
Since November, Kenny Chow and 5 other drivers have died by suicide. Most of them had documented significant financial problems. The New York Taxi Workers Alliance, a group of 21,000 drivers, attribute the drivers' suicides to financial despair.
And we
Bhairavi Desai is the executive director.
We saw bankruptcies, foreclosures, evictions, drivers talking about hunger after 12-hour shifts. There's been a serious crisis of poverty for this workforce in the city. The drivers paid a heavy cost for it.
The New York Taxi Workers Alliance and other driver advocacy groups held public protests and lobbied the city council for months to take action and put a cap on the number of licensed app vehicles.
Cap! Now! Cap! Now! Cap!
Now! Millions of New Yorkers rely on apps like Uber for the ability to get a ride 24/7 in all 5 boroughs.
In July, Uber released a TV spot opposing the city's proposed cap.
But if the New York City Council gets its way, all of this could disappear.
I think Uber and Lyft really exaggerated in their narrative that there's going to be a lack of service here. You know, Uber and Lyft have not had a supply problem. It's been an efficiency problem.
Last week, the City Council passed a temporary cap for 1 year while the Taxi and Limousine Commission studies the cars on the road. That means New York will not issue any new licenses for app vehicles, with the exception of those for wheelchair-accessible vehicles. Corey Johnson is the City Council Speaker.
We are trying to come up with a data-driven, sound public policy package that still allows consumers and customers to get what they need, while at the same time balancing the other issues that are being affected because of the explosive growth. Government deserves some blame on this, because we created the medallion system, which had its own problems with not meeting the needs of many customers around the city, where you have this disruptive technology which met that need, devalued the government setup system, and over the last many years we didn't create a regulatory framework to figure out parity or fairness in the industry, which has caused this dramatic upheaval.
Driver advocate Desai says the other big lesson here for cities is keeping local control.
What's been happening is that in 40 states out of the country, Uber and Lyft have, lobbied heavily to explicitly exempt themselves from those existing taxi laws and regulations. And that's why at the local level, the city regulators were not allowed to step in. That's got to be overturned. That has to be changed. There needs to be local regulation of what has been a local industry.
Uber and Lyft argue that the temporary cap will ultimately hurt the New Yorkers who rely upon their services. Joseph Opaku is the VP of Public Policy for Lyft. He said the City Council's plan will disproportionately affect people living in traditionally underserved areas of New York, in particular, people of color.
We are really concerned it's going to have a detrimental impact not only on our driver community, but also on our passenger community, especially in the outer borough areas and in communities of color.
Is there a way going forward over these next 12 months to figure out how to increase the efficiency of the services to make sure that drivers are picking up more passengers?
Well, as a starting point, we disagree a little bit with the numbers that the city was relying on for that part of the study, but we're always trying to make sure that our driver base is being utilized as efficiently as possible. And our shared ride option, which in the cities where it operates, we have around 1/3 of our rides being shared rides where 2 strangers or more are actually sharing a car to the same or to a similar destination. So issues like that, we think, weren't really fully taken into account.
Opaku worries that the cap, even if temporary, could be creating a controlled system similar to that of the taxi medallions.
I don't think anyone wants to see another medallion type system, and having caps of this nature is only going to result in that type of result.
Uber did not respond to repeated interview requests, but the company issued a statement to the New York Times which said, in part, a 12-month pause on new for-hire vehicle licenses will leave New Yorkers stranded while doing nothing to prevent congestion, fix the subways, and help struggling taxi medallion owners. New York's been through this road now, and you've come to these conclusions. If I'm Las Vegas, if I'm Cleveland, if I have Ubers and Lyfts, what should I do?
Good luck. It's complicated, it's difficult. We hope that the data that we're going to be able to glean and gain over the next 12 months will be able to inform other municipalities in the United States and around the world of what to look at for public policy solutions.
As for Andy Gonzalez, he doesn't see himself leaving professional driving anytime soon.
I loved this since the beginning I tried it. It's a lifestyle. It's very hard to explain. The places you go, the people you meet, the vital part you are of the city. Do you know what I mean? So I honestly want to keep my TLC plates for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I will not drive myself for the rest of my life, but I want to keep them.
So what does that mean? You'd lease them out?
No,
Or what?
I'll just it'll be my side hustle.